Hold the line in the chaos. We align through the storm, through the pain. We're the anthem in your veins. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line in the chaos. We align through the storm, through the pain. We're the anthem in your veins. Broken screens and flashing lights, voices shouting through the night. Static hum that shakes the ground. Rift Nation rising loud, profound. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Steel strings scream the truth we bring. Echoed chaos, hearts that sting. Electric veins that feed the roar. Harder, faster, crave for more. Dust and sparks ignite the air. Shattered silence, do we dare? Tidal force, relentless stream. We're the edge, we're the dream. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line in the chaos. We align through the storm, through the pain. We're the anthem in your veins. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page.
The engine is starting up.
For launch, GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max,
Go.
Eagle, go. Ecom.
Go pending final steps to cabin link check.
3, 2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects. Triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues. Explicit language, occasionally our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Slow down. Breathe deeply. Reconnect with yourself and the universe.
Hello, everybody. I know I probably should have put in an ending to make the video go down, but I was playing around with a new beginning, so I will fix that sudden cutoff of music. But hi, everybody. How you doing? Welcome. I'm Susan Swanbeck, and then we have Miss
Linda Nelson. Good to be here.
So we are here on the Rift Nation Network. Definitely the place to be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow to all the channels. But right now, I'd love to build the YouTube channel up. I'd like to see a good 10,000 people on that YouTube channel. But I'll settle for 5,000 right now. And then we can work our way up from there. Today's show is backyard herbs. Oh my God.
Yay.
I only know about one. That's about it. And I only know about it because, dandelion root is ready around here. So, but I don't know much about backyard herbs. And thank you guys for tuning in. We have Cindy Washburn and Miss Heidi. So, yeah, so pretty awesome. And if you guys are watching the replay, that's cool too. If you're just chilling out, that's pretty awesome too. So, but yeah. So, yeah, here we go. So, tell me how can you tell if an herb in the backyard, you know how everybody does like the chemical stuff and they spray chemicals on their lawn. Is there a way to like stop that, or do you have to have like no chemicals for a certain period of time?
So when I worked for Whole Foods, we had a lot of educational things back in those days, and nothing could be certified organic until at least 7 years had gone by from when they were last sprayed. It takes 7 years to clean the ground. I don't worry a whole lot about what's in my backyard here because it's our yard, and we don't spray.
Yes.
But that is absolutely something to be concerned about. Also, if like along highways, a lot of times they do have things you can forage, but with all the cars coming back and forth, I don't know that I would feel comfortable having something like that. Now you can use those for hanging and for like the catnip that I do in a braid.
Yeah.
Hang it for something like that, but I wouldn't consume it.
Definitely. I mean, if your ground's been sprayed for a while, you can always do like a container garden. And if you have an apartment, you can do a small container garden of certain particular types of herbs. But how do you start? It's like they call certain roots like dandelion. Now, dandelion root is good for a lot, but they say dandelion is a weed. Spray it. Weed killer. Spray it. Weed killer. Spray it. How do you get the original dandelion to start something like this?
I think you just have to wait till your ground is clear if you know that the ground's not been sprayed. Dandelion, you can use every single part of that. And I have been frustrated with that for years and years and years, why people consider them weeds and just don't leave them alone. They are so beneficial for so much.
My dish soap, Heidi says, my dish soap is environmentally friendly and will deter or kill insects that feed on plants. Wow.
Yeah, you don't need
Yeah.
to have all those chemicals because there's enough out there that you can use that
Yeah.
will take care of them.
She says that she dilutes it and puts it in a spray bottle. Also, plant different plants together. Yeah, that's true. But if you're an individual like me, where you don't have the ability to have a yard because you live in an apartment complex, they're going to spray. They're going to
Yeah,
spray just to get rid of them. So
a yard. So yeah, your containers,
outdoors.
if you know they're going to spray your yard, you can go out there and cover them with
I
an old
wonder
sheet
if
or something.
there's a way to like cleanse the cook off it so you can eventually plant it. Huh. I wonder.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's a good question. They
Yeah.
should the towns and the private apartments should tell you if they're going to spray something.
Oh, they do. They just spray it and then they stick these things on there and pray to God you read English and not any other language. So,
Yeah, so maybe if you know they're going to do that, just put an old sheet over it or bring them in the house.
yeah,
But
you
container
can't. You put
gardens,
an old sheet on it and the homeless will come take it to wrap themselves in.
maybe put in a couple extra sheets out there.
They'd still come, hey, this lady's putting stuff out. Come get it.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah, it's
this is another book that I have. It's called Herbal Remedies in Pots. There's a whole bunch of them too. You can always
Ooh.
do something like that. You can do that in front of a window in your house. So there's like all kinds of different plants that you can put like
Well,
that.
you can get pretty much a lot of seeds anywhere. I'm pretty sure if you look up dandelion seeds, you should be able to get them to start.
Yeah.
Because right
Yeah,
now, a lot more herbal remedies are coming out, right? You
and
should.
yeah, and
You
there are
talk, I'm
people
looking on Amazon because now I'm curious. You talk.
there
I
are
look on Amazon.
okay. There are a lot of seed companies, or a few seed companies more than they used to have, that have gone out of their way to find seeds that were old, like not old seeds, but old varieties, and bringing them back. And they may have some kind of dandelion seeds that you don't have to worry about that with. So the other,
Ooh, they do. Right on Amazon, guys. They actually have seeds in case you want to restart it and do like the pot thing that you were just talking about.
yeah,
The
and
gardening pot.
they're so pretty. I think they add so much color to a yard.
Yeah. Well, it's not
For a
just that
while,
in the house, and then you don't have to worry about any extra chemicals, right?
hopefully, yeah. But like sometimes they spray things.
Mm, yeah.
We have this thing called Tree of Heaven, and I'm just expecting them any day to spray them because they grow anywhere and they're like invasive.
Mm.
It's
Yeah, it is. I had one lady one time, we'll get into the slide in a minute, but I had one lady one time, she come over and she goes, oh my God, what are you going to do with those? I said, lady, I don't even know what they are. I said, so I can't identify them. She goes, that's rhubarb, naturally grown rhubarb. I said, tell you what, you dig it up for me because that's where I'm planting. You can have them. So she dug them all up and took them home.
yeah,
Went
we
away.
have them here. We
Yeah.
have them. We have that. There's like a surprise all the time coming up in our yard here since we moved here. And one of them was we had 2 beds of rhubarb, and we like it. I mean, so most of us like it in here. But in Connecticut, I used to go for walks and I would find wild rhubarb just growing, all over the place. So we'd grab a piece and start chewing on the stem.
I didn't know what it was because I've never made rhubarb pie. I've never seen rhubarb. It's nothing that my family did, so I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah.
We dealt a lot with like oils and certain oils and like aromatherapy and crystals and things like that is what that was dealt with. So as far as the herbal aspects, unless it's dried, I have no idea what it looks like
Yeah,
naturally.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it needs to be cooked, and I think and sweetened pretty heavily. But it's really good mixed with something like if you make a berry pie, strawberry rhubarb pie is absolutely wonderful.
That's
If you
what I
make a
heard. Yeah.
syrup out of the rhubarb, and it's great on ice cream.
See, now I want to try it.
Yeah.
It's like
Maybe call that lady up and tell her you want a couple stalks.
that was so long ago.
Uh,
Let's see. Heidi says, "I love dandelion. Dandelion. What is it? Oh my goodness.
I'm not
Let me
seeing any
look this
comments
up.
over here.
Okay. She says that I love Daniela's synonym. Oh, it's a
Yeah, a
book
book.
on fairy herbs and fairy magic. Sorry, brain fart there. And then we have I only used to color our faces with the dandelions as a kid. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Flying dandelion seeds, so special to me. Love them.
I'm
Yeah.
wishing.
I mean, dandelion wine is what I knew. I knew somebody that made that. Dandelion
Yep.
root wine is what it was. My grandmother grew rhubarb and made strawberry rhubarb pie. Yeah. See, over here it's like
Delicious.
apple pies and a
Mhm.
lot of a lot of things like that. But yeah. So hey, at work, but just got you shared out. Thank you, Mr. Keith. Ottersburg, my
Thanks.
daughter's den. So hello, hello. So would you like to get over to the slide, or you just want me to continue to talk? I can do that too.
Oh, we can do both. Let's go. Feel free to
It's like
interject
I
anytime.
want everybody here to feel so comfortable. Grab your favorite cushion, grab your pen and
Yep.
paper in case there's information you want. Grab your favorite beverage of choice. Yeah, no advertisement there.
Absolutely. Yep.
Do your
I
thing.
have my coffee over here too.
Yeah, well, my man took me out for coffee before the show, so
That was nice.
yay. So here we got here a new slide. So you can see this one, right? Awesome. I go for new glasses on Friday, people. So, just so you know.
You'll be so happy.
So today we're talking about backyard herbs, identifying, harvesting, and processing. That's why I put a couple books down, and I know Linda has a few more books because the biggest thing with me is the identification
Yes.
in the wild, especially. I need the pictures in order to
Yeah,
be
the
able to
pictures
say,
help.
aha.
So I can't remember if I put this all in here, but when I see, like when I'm walking in my yard to see what I have, I'll take a picture of it. And now with AI, I mean, it's easy,
Yeah.
but I'll say, take a picture and then I'll write identify, type that in, and it usually comes up with something. I don't always go strictly by AI because it's not always 100%. So I
Yeah.
try to look in the books and I try to look different sources online. If you can find 3 or 4 different sources to identify what you have, I'll give you an example over here. I
Ooh.
have this growing in my yard. I wanted to get them before they wilted, but this is only after 2 hours. It's so hot here. But these have really big leaves and they were growing to be like 4 feet tall. And I wanted to know what it was. So the first time I put it in Chat GPT and I asked it to identify it, told me it was something called motherwort. So I went back there today and I put it in there with these down here, and then it tried to tell me it was like 2 or 3 different things. So I won't know what it actually is until I
Yeah.
get flowers on these things.
Yeah,
So
see,
it's
with me, it's a little, well, if you could cheat, because we have something called 7 Hour Herb Farm in Attleboro. So you can outsource either live plants or get dried herbs or even natural oils over there, especially
yeah,
if you want to cheat. But if you don't have that, you need to know what they look like. And that's why you were talking about the AI. I do feel that literally having that book as a backup is a better source of information because AI is only intelligent as the information that's put into it. So
that's
if
true.
nobody puts a lot of the herbal remedies in there, they're not going to know what the herbal remedy is. So I really do a book backup. That's just
Yeah,
how I
so
feel about that.
I like that. Just like always double check things.
Yeah.
It's a good habit to be into. And I love AI, but it's not perfect.
Oh, I do too. I
Yeah.
love that's what this thing right here is AI. All these things,
So
I
cool.
just put in my words and it sets it up for me. I love it. So
Yeah.
let's say an introduction to discovering useful plants in your own backyard, exploring traditional uses, and the importance of safe identification and processes for medical guidance. And think of it this way: oh my God, I'm having a brain fart. The individuals that pretty much live off the grid, I forget their names, please. I apologize for that. But they live totally off the grid. They make all their own home remedies. Um, not
Homesteaders are some, and then there's other
I'm
survivalists.
having a brain fart right now as
It's
far as
okay.
the name, but there's a lot of individuals out there that do that. And if you need an antibiotic, you need this, that, and the other thing. Even the Native Americans did it. You have to know what's good and what isn't. And that's why after a while you'll say, okay, this is this, that's that. But if you don't know when you're starting off, homesteaders, thank you. I really do believe, I think you said that too. I really do believe having that book as a backup is what if you
Mhm.
get out in the woods and you have no connection?
Right,
You
right.
don't know,
And they
like
do have
you can
small, I mean,
harvest.
they have
Yes,
small books that you can take with you.
exactly. I do believe that. We'll have to look up a couple of small ones, but over in the ticker on the other side, there's a couple other books, and we can go through it. Found them on Amazon. I really do believe a physical copy would be good.
Yeah, if you're looking for, things that are less expensive too, you can check out thrift shops, yard sales.
Mm,
I think there's Half Price Books has a lot of them. Your library, there's
yep.
all kinds of ways that you can get them.
Yeah. Library free. Borrow. Snap a picture. Print it out yourself. I'm
And
sorry.
if you like it, you can always buy it.
Oh yeah, I believe that. But yeah, as we're doing this, just so you guys know, um, I've already admitted this. I am not an herbal expert. I can't really identify anything. This is just helpful information for you guys to have the ability to be able to research and work with because it's a good thing to get into. I mean, what if there was like a crash of all kinds of electronics or the everything went out? You need to know, and that's why the physical book is to me is better. Sorry.
Right, right.
Yep.
So this here is really important because a lot of times you'll find something and it will be really good for you in one way or another. But if you're taking certain medications, they may interact with that and make your medications not work or make them be toxic because you're getting extra dosages of the things that you need. So it's
Exactly.
really important. I can't stress enough to check with your doctor, your pharmacist, or a medical professional.
I agree with that. Like I said before, when we did the first show on vitamins, I'm very lucky that I let her know about the alternative methods that I do use. And if something works for me, she gets extremely excited. She's like, I got to write that down for my other patients that like this. So she's very helpful when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So, essential medical and safety disclaimer. What do we have dealing with that? What else do we have to deal with?
Just you check with the doctor,
Mhm.
ask, about medications, allergies, pets. There's some plants that are in the ragweed family, and if you've got allergies, you want to be careful of those. Um, Never consume or process a plant unless its identity and safety are concerned.
Mhm.
AI and phone tools are only starting points, which we mentioned.
Yep.
Field guides, reputable books, experienced herbalist or forager. Your extension offices are great sources as well, and trusted foraging groups and plant experts. I think they're coming up with more and more of those. Like
Yes, I do
Susan said,
believe it.
I am a dabbler, but I am not a qualified professional in herbs by any means. And I can
Yep.
share with you what we know.
So it's like I said, the only thing I know about is the dandelion.
Bless
Sorry,
you.
it's getting ready to rain, so the allergy dust is hitting me hard today.
Oh, send some rain our way.
Yeah, we got some rain over here. So, yeah, there's certain things like the only thing I know about as far as in aromatherapy. If you are on high blood pressure medication, do not use peppermint in aromatherapy. And I'm sure that would be the same as far as herbs because what it does is it knocks off your high blood pressure medication. That puts you at risk. So when you are starting to get into this, you need to make sure. Like it took me a while to switch over from medication into a more natural type remedies, and I had to be careful when I switched. But like I said, I have a doctor, a physician that helped me out with that. So you definitely want to talk to your doctor about that. Send some west. You guys all want my rain.
Yeah, we got fires all around us, so
Oh
yeah, we
man,
could use some rain for sure.
that stinks. So that's
So,
one that I do know of off the bat, only because I had a client who was on high blood pressure medication, and the pain med mix I wanted to make had peppermint in it. She can't use the peppermint, so I had to use an alternate. So check into things like that as well. You can. They have a book for aromatherapists, so they must have a book for herbalists or
I'm
backyardists.
sure there's plenty. You can
Yeah,
find plenty of information if you look.
yeah, I think so. I think it's a good place to start because you never know. In this
Yeah.
world, you just never know.
Nope.
Here we go. Here.
Significant backyard herbs,
Ooh,
food, wellness, tradition, and careful curiosity across generations. Yeah, there were years ago they didn't have, doctors prescribing medicines. I mean, you had
no, they didn't.
shaman,
Yeah.
and you had each culture had somebody that knew something about these things.
Hmm.
And I believe it was the early 1900s, I want to say, either late 1800s or early 1900s. Somehow, when they realized that they could start making a profit from the medications, they kind of switched away and gave these herbs a bad reputation.
Yes.
And so this has kind of been lost, and I see it coming back now. And I
Yeah.
really like to be able to blend both of them personally, both, the new and what's here. And some of these are, like much more gentle than some of the stuff we have now.
Yeah, it is. And you have to be careful of your dosage. And that's why dealing with somebody that's extremely experienced in this field, that's a good thing. I mean, I might be a certified aromatherapist, but I do not have a degree in it in college. So I still, even though I'm certified, I still consider myself a bit of a dabbler because I know a
Yeah.
lot, but I don't know everything. But not everybody's going to come out there and say, "Oh my goodness, I don't know this." So, they're not going to be honest. They're thinking money, money,
Yeah.
money, money. When I'm thinking, how can I help my family? Because that's basically why I do a lot of this. How
And
can
wouldn't it be nice if everybody was honest?
I know, but we don't get that nowadays.
Yeah.
You and I are different, very different, and also a motor and pestle comes in extremely handy. I
Mhm.
do know from tradition, most of the herbs are the ones that were dried in the house, always wrapped with twine, hanging upside down to dry out
Yeah.
before they were actually put in. I think that's if you're not extracting the liquid. So certain things I know. Others I just like, what?
Yeah, I have catnip hanging here that I did mostly because it's calming. My cat likes it a little bit, but
Yeah,
he's not always wanting it. So I have it up there because I want a calming atmosphere here. And that's
yeah.
one of the things it's known for. So it's over my window.
Yeah, I agree with that. It also depends on the area that you live in. Like certain backyard remedies will be different because I'm closer to the water versus somebody that's out like in a desert type atmosphere. Their herbal remedies will be slightly different than over here. So combining and asking, hey, I have this. Do we know an alternative type situation going on? So that could be helpful as well. So,
So the goal is safe learning, not medical self treatment. So
yeah.
approach these with curiosity and learn. Research is catching up, but it's like anything. Everything's fledgling in the knowledge that we have. Okay.
Yeah, I believe that. Now, like I said, I have the 7 Hour Herb Farm over here. They do run classes. Now, a lot of times these classes, you're working hands on with these herbs. So if you could find something like that in your area, it would be beneficial. You might not be certified to be able to make tons of money on it, but you'll be able to help your family and you'll know
Yeah, we
where
do
to
have
go and what
some.
to get. Yeah.
I think most communities are getting some that are not too bad. You used to have caprolons out there
Capper what?
years ago. Do you remember that caprolons? I think that was the name of it in Connecticut.
I'm
It
not
was a
close to
huge.
Connecticut.
Oh, I thought you were in Connecticut.
Nope.
Oh, my
Nope.
head is
I'm in the
fries.
armpit of Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Well, Connecticut used to have this big herb farm called Caprolines, and this lady ran it until she passed away, and her partner tried to keep it going, but that was a really nice herbal farm.
Yeah, Attleboro
But
does
yeah,
take a while for me to get to, but it's the closest one to my particular area. Because, like I said, I live in the armpit of Massachusetts. Literally, I could see the ocean right there.
oh my
So
God, you
that
get
close.
lobster. You get
Uh,
lobster.
yeah, of
You
course.
get lobster.
Lobster, crabs,
Oh
you name it,
goodness.
fish. Just
I
love
lived
fish.
I lived in Dover, New Hampshire for a little while. That was
Ah,
really nice.
they have different seafood there, as far as in New Hampshire. They really do.
It was like right on the edge,
Yeah,
right above Massachusetts and between Maine and Massachusetts by the ocean there. That was really good.
yeah, I love the ocean. Yes, yes, yes. Here we
So
go.
let's go to the next slide.
Okay.
So
Ooh,
I put in an example. We're probably not gonna be able to go into everything. If you have something you want us to look up, we can try if time allows to do that
right.
for you. But the dandelions are one of the most known ones.
Yeah,
And
they
I
are.
didn't know this. I was in I think it was Vacation Bible School when I found out that you can saute the dandelion leaves and it's like spinach. Oh my God, it was so good. I
Yeah,
tried it.
yeah, that I know. So
So
we have a
you've
lot of
got
those over here.
dandelion wine. You can make dandelion jelly. You can put it on your salads. I think this is like one of the best things. Look at the roots are discussed for liver digestion,
Yep.
wellness support. I mean, this is a powerhouse plant in my opinion.
I really believe it is, and that's why I think, unfortunately, a group of individuals say that it's a weed, so this way you can't self heal.
Yeah,
But I'm a conspiracy theorist girl, so
it's okay.
it is
I'm
what
sure
it is.
in some cases that's very true. I
Yeah,
mean, they don't want us to have. There are a lot of people that don't want us to have this information, especially if they're making money off of other things.
yeah, yeah.
So be careful where you
Rich
get
get
your
richer,
information from. And
poor goes and collects the herbs.
yep,
There you go.
we got
Ooh,
milk thistle. So
yep,
this, can you read that for just a couple things? I'm going to stand up
yep.
here and grab something that I
Oh, you
forgot to
go
say.
ahead. Example plant, milk thistle. Traditional associations are practical history and household safety lessons. Ooh, plant people may appear unexpectedly in yard or disturbed areas. Traditional discussed a connection with liver and wellness support. Educational examples only, not recommended to concern or to self treat. Oh, pet safety alert on this one.
Yep.
Milk thistle can be toxic to cats, dogs too, maybe. Keep harvested material away from pets. Wash your hands when you handle it. I can't read the other one. I need new glasses.
I'll read it. Historical practical uses are fluff and fibrous parts have been used in practical ways, including buoyancy materials and simple weaving and rope-like projects. In fact, during, I believe it was World War II, maybe World War I, they didn't have the materials to make life jackets for the people that were fighting at the sea. So
Oh,
they
wow.
would take that and put it in the life jackets for the buoyancy properties of that. So
Wow.
I picked one. I was just like in my yard. I got out of the car. I'm walking to the house, and all of a sudden I see this plant and I see all these things off it. And I'm like, I hadn't seen that before. I mean, we've been here for almost 2 years, right? 2.5 years. And so I had a bunch of these on it. Like, I don't know if you can
Oh,
see that.
wow. Yep.
And so I looked it up and found out it was the thistle. And
Yep.
that's why it wasn't here with the other ones because of the toxicity to the cats. I don't want my
Yeah.
cat to get it. But yeah, so I was very curious, and we have a whole bunch of these out there. So I
Hmm.
included that in here, and I just thought that was really cool. It's
I
like
like those.
there's a present every time I turn around at this place.
Yeah, see, I don't get that. I have to go way out. Like there's different sort of flowers that bloom close to the ocean, but there
Mhm.
is a park here which I recommend you take somebody else with you because I live in the city. But when you go in the park, you can actually look for certain things as well. So
Yeah, I've
they're on
seen things
stuff.
in the park when I would visit my mom. She lived near in Old Saybrook, which was part of the Sound, and they had in their park these like what do they call those rosebuds? They're not really rosebuds. They're rose, but they're the little tiny buds, and there's a special name for it, and I don't know why I'm blanking on that. But I was able to pick some and bring some home and do some things with that.
Yeah.
Um, and she also should have inland a little bit more maybe, but the pussy willows.
Pussy willows.
Pussy
Are
willows
those
have
the
been
ones
used.
where they're white on the inside when you open them?
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
they're everywhere close to the ocean. Literally, we used to pick those all the time.
Hmm. So there's a
Constantly.
lot of good uses for those as well.
Yeah. Huh. What are
I
some
think
of
I've
them? Do
heard
you
of
know?
people even making flour out of them, but
Wow. What do we got
it's kind of
here?
cool. So
Ooh.
ethical harvesting. So you gotta. That's the thing too. Is if you look these up, it should tell you when you want to harvest. I'm going to have a plant here that I want to show you if we have time. And you're supposed to harvest the roots, but it's supposed to be in the fall. So you don't affect the
Ah,
plant. So it's
yeah.
different times that are when the plant is the most potent for whatever you're looking for, the right place. You don't want to, strip your where you find them of everything. You just want to like take what you need, kind of
Yeah.
like the old, take what you need, leave the rest, and you're being sustainable and doing it in a ethical manner.
Yeah, I agree with that because it's even in the Native American days when they took from the land, they returned a gift to the land.
Right.
So, and that's
Well,
what it
I
was,
like
was
that.
something else. It's just what they've always done, especially on Anawan Rock, because the chief Anawan died. So, back in my paranormal days when I went up there, we went up and we did something, and I gave a gift to the squaws, is what I said. So, and they got very excited. They started chatting on the EVP, but I gave them some lavender, dried lavender like flower
Hmm.
bits, and now there's lavender growing over there.
Oh, that's
So it's pretty,
beautiful.
yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's like what you take, you need to give back as well, because
Right.
then what you're doing is you're doing a lot of recycling type things. You're returning things to the earth. Like when people tear trees down, you need to plant more trees.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's I don't know where my head is at today.
Not enough coffee.
I had one cup.
One cup is not
maybe
enough.
maybe
It's like,
that's not
there's
enough.
no
So,
such thing as that. No, no, need more, need more.
oh,
But
I know what I was going to say. It's an energy exchange to leave something when
yes,
you take something,
yes,
and that's really good.
yeah,
The
I
good
like
habit to
that
get
idea.
into.
So check location, take what you need. Exactly. Because if you're going to take the whole thing and you need it again, it's going to be gone.
Or somebody else might need it.
Mm. So
We
what was that? Oh, I lost that. There it is. Dandelion seeds. Okay. Found those on Amazon just so people know. But I know there was another herb that was really good for cuts and I can't remember. I know moss. Moss itself.
yeah,
Okay.
moss is great. Um,
So
I have one here for cuts. Plantain,
yep.
and I
In
do
this
have
area, you don't have the plantain, but we do have moss, a lot of moss on the
moss.
ground.
Moss is good, but here's what
So
the plantain looks like.
yep,
I don't know if you can see this.
yep.
So I plan on drying some of that out and making a tincture out of it, and then doing some like a balm or something like that to or salve.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Like the earth just gives,
Yeah,
so generously.
it does, and there's a lot of things that you can actually utilize. Like some individuals, generational wise, there are certain medications you just cannot ingest because your body is either allergic to it or it doesn't react to it correctly. Like I cannot ingest a vitamin D capsule, not vitamin D, vitamin B, any vitamin
See?
B. My body just cannot take. So I find alternative methods for the vitamin B. And again, I don't know if it has to do with the chemicals or what it is, but I have to do a more natural method. My body's really weird like that. So for
So
other individuals would be good. Can I what?
can you take your vitamin B in food that has it, or does it
No,
still?
I can't even eat red meat.
Oh, good grief!
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
eat any red meat, but I love fish and chicken.
Yeah,
So yeah,
fish.
so hey, it is what it is.
Yeah,
But
and you're
yeah,
feeling
there
better, so
yeah, so there's a lot of other individuals out there that will have issues like this. So looking into a more natural remedy would be a good
mhm.
idea. Like you could always start with the aromatherapy, the smells, see if the smell bothers you first, then work on like tinctures, rubs, and lotions, see if that bothers you. And if that doesn't, then try the ingestion, you know?
And if you're doing an energetic thing, I don't know if this would help you or if it might not, but sometimes you can take a plant and put it into a glass of water with a lid. And then you can put that lid into a container with water. And energetically, it should go like the properties of that might go into the water, and then you could drink that and
Oh,
not
it does.
actually
It's
ever
steeping.
touch
It's what
it.
we call steeping. That's back in the old days, that's how they made tea. They steeped it with fresh flowers or fresh plants. That's how they started with the tea before they started drying it out. So, yeah, like lotus tea. That's how lotus tea actually started. It was literally a lotus flower that was dried slightly, but when you poured the hot water on it, it kind of expanded and gave the tea a nice flavor. So, but yeah, I do believe
That's
you can
always
try it that
cool.
way as well. Yep, that you can.
We
We
got
have
the
somebody
next
said,
one.
hello, Kevin. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Jade. Yeah. Hello, Miss Lois Clark. We're talking some herb. Is that rose hips? Somebody wanted to know one of the plants.
Rose hips, exactly. That's
Yeah,
it. That's it.
rose
It
hip.
was rose hips. So I was able to bring
Yeah,
home some from my mom's. It did, and that was in a park, and they didn't care if we took it. So
yeah.
it was kind of cool.
See, I like
Um,
things like that.
yeah. So here's some processing methods. Um, teas and tinctures, which
Hmm.
Susan was just talking about the teas. The infusion, generally you steep them a little bit longer. The tinctures, you dry the flowers or the plants or whatever part you're going to be using, could be the roots, and you put them in alcohol for a certain amount of time. That can be, you can find that online or in those books. I
Yeah.
think they're different for different ones. And then you can just take and put a drop or two into a glass of water or a glass of juice and take that, and it strengthens the properties of that particular herb, and it makes an easy way for you to take it. You don't need a lot.
That was the other one. Marshmallow root.
Mallow root, yes, we have that growing all over the place here.
Now, marshmallow root, not mallow, marshmallow root, believe it or not. Okay. Marshmallow root is a root of a particular type of plant. Now, it was mixed in a soap because, ingesting sometimes when somebody's sick. But what it
Yeah,
does is it helps build up your immune system. Are we talking about the same plant with
I
two
think
different
so. I
names?
think it is, because when I looked it up
Yeah.
here in this book, I mean, in a couple of different books, they would also call it marshmallow and mallow, and there was
Okay. So
also
it's a
one that
coastal
called it
thing.
hollyhock.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So you literally
it.
mixed it with a particular type of soap. This was for a cancer patient, and I was able to find a lady that made it,
Oh,
and
I
I went
love
and got
that.
it for a fresh soap. And he literally it helped his immune system
Oh,
through
that's
the
awesome.
cancer treatment. So that was really cool. I gotta get more screws to this microphone. So
Oh,
let's see. Miss Cindy says rose hip oil is also good for your face if you have rosacea. Hmm. I can't take the smell of roses.
yeah, I can't usually either, but if it's
Yeah.
a milder form of roses, I can sometimes, and if it's the real thing, I
Makes
can
me
sometimes do
sneeze.
that. Yeah, I used to like, there wasn't, I couldn't do flowers for a long time. I'm finding now I
Yeah.
can, if they're pure flowers, and not, mixed with.
Only roses for some reason. I lavender, great, carnations, my favorite flower. Roses make me sneeze. So
At
I'm
least
wondering if
that's how I
maybe this
feel
is a
about
past
jasmine.
life thing. I don't know.
I love jasmine, but I can't really wear
Yeah,
it. But
it's
yeah.
so
So you
weird.
can also take those rose hips or these different herbs and after they're dried out and use your mortar and pestle and make an oil out of it.
Yeah.
And then you can like let it sit for a little bit and then drain it, and then you've got a more pure oil.
Now I heard that a good bath was rose leaves and a milk bath with rose in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I seen that actually. This was on a TV show I was watching, but I paid attention to the weirdest stuff sometimes. But it was a mouth back with rose. Now, is that something that's true? And what kind of milk are they using?
I think that is true, and you could probably use any kind of milk, but wouldn't you want something that's more organic or
Yeah,
like
like
goat's
goat's milk.
milk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And just put a little bit in your water. They used to do that years ago when I was growing up. I remember
yeah.
hearing about the milk bath and the rose petals. So you can do that too.
Now, yeah, rose normally to me represents like love, but the scent itself or the part of it must have some type of healing properties, doesn't
Mhm.
it? A rose?
Let me look this up. I didn't look up
Yeah.
that particular one because I don't have roses in the yard. We did have
Ah,
a wild rose for a little while, and
yeah. I
then
was
my
curious because I seen it on a TV
my
show, and I'm
grandson
like,
mowed
oh,
it. Like, what you took the wild rose and you mowed it? So hopefully it'll come back next year.
oh, my, yeah. So I'm really curious about that, guys. So what are you guys
There you
curious
go.
about? Okay.
You want rose hips or rose?
Rose petals or something. I don't know why it's rose petals. It's weird.
Okay, let's see.
The
This is
petals
a
must
great
mean
book. I love
something.
this. I love this book. Okay, so here you go. The rose. You can use the rose hips.
Yeah.
You can use an essential oil. Um, you can do this as a tincture for an astringent for diarrhea to relieve colic, or a component in cough remedies, like maybe a tincture would be good to do that with.
Hmm.
Syrup. You can make rose syrup that you can add to cough medicines or take as a source of vitamin C. And I remember hearing that it is a good source of vitamin C. If you make a deconcoction, which is you boil it for a little while, it's good for chronic diarrhea and stomach weakness.
Huh.
And the oil you can use for dry and inflamed skin to
Maybe
moisturize it
that's
and
why
as
they stuck it in
moisturizer.
bath.
This actually says if you have vaginal itching, you can use 1 milliliter of this tincture in combine it with a cream, and
Hmm.
then you can also add some witch hazel in there and use it for a cooling moisturizer lotion for pimples and acne as well. So
Wow.
there are a lot, and I'm sure there's probably a whole lot more here, but that's what I got just from the quick glance at this
Yeah,
book.
so if you're dealing with the swelling, then the milk must soothe, and then the rose would probably take care of the swelling and relax people a little bit more. Maybe
And I
that's
don't think
why.
you need to put like the whole bath full of milk. I think you can
Yeah,
put just a little bit in there.
yeah, and a little dried goat's milk is good. What the heck? It's supposed to be good
Yeah.
for you. All right, so
So we
let's
got
see if I
that.
think of anything else. Rosehip oil is good for the face. She says if you
Yeah.
have rosacea. Here we go.
So salves, bombs, and deconcoction. So if you want to make the balm, you can melt. So I like to use the tinctures in that. You melt the beeswax slowly, add a chosen oil. They have almond oil and avocado oil and different kinds of oils. So your preferred one.
Right,
Then you can add essential oils in there if you want, and then cool in a clean tin, and you've got a nice balm for whatever, find out what it's good for, and you
right.
can custom make your own. The deconcoction, you want to simmer the roots and bark, and then you mash or steep it as you need it, and then you strain it before you use it. So
Huh.
you can strain it, and you can probably even freeze it if you want.
Wow.
Anything long term that I want to keep for long term, I like to keep in tinctures because the alcohol makes it last forever.
Longer. Yeah, that does make sense. Like canning, but you're canning your remedies ahead of time.
Yeah. So I make my own vanilla, and it keeps for a very long time.
Damn. We don't have those vanilla beans. I'd have to buy them in a store, expensive.
Yeah, I had to order them. I don't have them here either, but I have a source that I get them from, and they're fun to make and they taste so good. So
Mm.
here's just a few you can research: dandelion, milk thistle, catnip, motherwort, lamb's quarter, wild lettuce, and Oregon grape. So I have some of these if you want to look. Showed you the plantain, the Oregon grape. They look like little blueberries. These are starting to get dried out. The plant itself looks almost like a holly plant, but it's right here. I don't know if you can see the berries.
Oh, yeah, I can.
So you want the roots from these. These are the ones I was saying I have to wait till the fall to harvest a couple of the roots and
Right.
make it into a tincture.
Nice.
Oh, this is really cool. I was so excited. I went out there and I found this little patch of fuzzy green leaves. And so I get out my phone and then I check the book too. It's yarrow. It's like this little patch of beautiful green fuzzy leaves, and it's yarrow, and it is good for. I wrote that down too.
You're
That
right.
is good for the fresh leaves. Encourages clotting. So if you have a nosebleed, you don't want to put it right in your nostril, but you can put it against your nose. You can use it for tincture, which is good for problems. It has been prescribed by some doctors for cardiovascular fuel things. And you can also make a compress with an infusion for varicose veins, which I thought was pretty darn
So
cool.
it would work as a clotting agent. Say if somebody got cut and you were in the woods, you didn't
Yep,
have any equipment with you, and you needed to clot this before you got home. See, this comes in handy.
it does. Yeah, it's really good. So, like I said, they have these little books that you can get that will identify things. They may not be as detailed as what you're going to get here, but something you can carry with you if you're out hiking and you come across
Yeah,
things.
definitely a first aids type style book would be really good. I
So
really
I don't
agree
know
with
if anybody else has anything they want me to look up in my book.
that. I don't
I
know.
can't see the chat.
Nope. The last person said rose hips. Good for face or rosacea. That's the last one. And then we have what's number
I
11?
didn't.
Conclusion. Hold on. You didn't what?
Oh, I was going to say I didn't have any of the lamb's quarter, but we do have a lot of that growing in the yard.
Oh,
I
wow.
just didn't pick any this morning. And lamb's
Huh.
quarter has a lot of good medicinal pro, uses as
Properties.
well.
Properties. AI viewer steamboat. Okay, that's a bot advertising. Okay, so it's no problem. Okay, that's done. Okay.
Okay.
Who the heck?
You,
Sounds like my
you
kid's
okay?
in the house. It's too early. Not yet,
Okay.
kid.
Can you read this? Can you see
That
it?
says conclusions and next steps. Explore with curiosity, which I am very curious about these things. Verify with care and consult before use. I agree with that. Backyard art door herbs may be a doorway into food traditions, plant knowledge, and a deeper respect for nature. But safety, use beginning with confirmation, sorry, caution and
Okay.
professional guidance. I can't wait to go get new glasses. This is hilarious. So here we go. Now the next steps. Confirming the plant's identity with multiple, yep, can't see it.
Reliable sources. I can read the rest. Research human pet pregnancy, allergy, and other medicinal medication risks.
Right.
Harvest only from clean, uncontaminated area. We were talking about that earlier.
Mhm.
And start with learning, not self-treatment. So find out what these things do, and that's a great way to start. And then
Yeah, it
ask a doctor or qualified medical professional before you use them. So
Yeah,
those
you
are
need to definitely find somebody that's more open minded because if
so
you
my
have,
doctor we were talking about vitamins, not I think our first show,
Yes.
and my doctor actually recommended a turmeric vitamin for me with black pepper
Yep.
for pain kind of things,
Yeah. Turmeric.
and it does help.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So if you could harvest your own turmeric, that would be pretty good. Let's see. What do we got here? This is from Heidi. Shop Zenny. I just bought a couple of pairs on RX
Oh,
sunglasses.
for your glasses.
I gotta go get my new appointment first because, honestly, I'm legally blind in this eye. So, because I'm legally blind, they have to keep compensating the good eye. So, after a while, it's like, I can't see a dang thing.
Oh,
So, but thank you. Oh, thank you very much. You got, what do you have? One pair of glasses could be over 70. I paid 200 and something dollars for these about a year and a half ago, but I have no line trifocals transitions because I'm blind as a bat.
that's what I have.
It is what it is. But let's see. Good herbs. Let's see if we can find out. Let's see. Good herbs to have on a hike. Let's see what we got here.
Might be good in this herbal remedies and pots.
Ooh, let's see. Best
See what I got
herbs to
here.
feed your chickens. That's not what I said.
So this one has herbal remedies and pots, and it has them listed in chapters by what you need them for, like
Right.
respiratory, digestive, nervous system, skin, aches and pains. Is there something you want to find? First aid, tonics. But that's this book. It's called Herbal Remedies and Pots. It might be a good place to start.
If for someone
especially-
like me, it would be, yeah.
Yeah. So there's one for sore throat and cough, sage, and I've heard sage is really, really good for coughs.
Oh, thank you. You just reminded me. If anybody is type 2 diabetes, go to the grocery store and pick up sage from the grocery store. Sprinkle it on your hot meals and eat it. What it does is naturally drop your blood sugar. It's actually worked in someone left the insulin. They were no longer insulin dependent. So I do know that one does work.
Do you know how often they had to add it to their food?
Every day. You don't really.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yep, every day. It was actually Wampanoag Indian told me about it. And then I tried it because he was severely insulin dependent. It was my husband that died many years ago, but he was insulin dependent and had liver cancer. So there's a lot of chemicals going in him. So there had to be something else we could do to help him. So that's what we did. That's how I ended up with the marshmallow root too. So that's when it all started, to try to figure out how to alleviate some of the symptoms with not so many chemicals going in them.
Well, I like the sage, but one thing I would probably recommend is if you're going to do that and you're like me on high blood pressure medicine, check your blood pressure periodically to make sure that it's not, if it starts going down, you're going to have to get a hold of your doctor and have them adjust your dose or take you off it.
Yeah, careful of peppermint.
Darn peppermint.
Darn peppermint. Spearmint you can use. Peppermint you can't. So just switch it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's that
one.
one.
Geez, insulin and pills. Okay. So yeah, go to the grocery store, go to the herb section. There's usually one store in this area that carries all the other stuff. Get the sage. It's literally a dried herb you buy in the grocery store. Sprinkle it on your hot meals. Start with once a day at night on whatever meal you eat hot. Use it that way. Sprinkle it on. Do that. You'll notice that you might have to really keep track of your insulin levels, because you'll need to fluctuate and probably keep insulin down a little bit more, and not so much things as they go. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, those are good things to know. So I was talking to somebody else not too long ago. We don't have this growing here, but horehound, the old-fashioned hound drops.
Yep.
they're great for cough drops. Like if you got a dry throat, I like to keep them on hand here, and you can actually buy it as a tincture and make your own. If
I think it's at the
you
7
like to do
Hour of
that,
I've bought it there before. I haven't
yeah.
worked with that stuff in a long time, but yeah, definitely
Amazon
bought
has
it
it
there
too.
before.
And they sell it like candy, but it actually works really good for coughing, just dry
Yeah,
coughs and dry throats.
yeah,
What else do you want? Winter chills. They suggest horseradish,
yep,
and
yeah.
I
Remember
would
that
think
one?
that cayenne pepper would help with that too.
Here's another one about cayenne pepper, also from the Native American. If you have some clogged arteries, you want to sprinkle cayenne pepper on your food. What that does is it naturally helps unblock some of the arteries. And again, this is all from the Wampanoag Indian that I know.
That makes sense. That makes
Yep,
perfect sense.
yep. So get a little spice. But it helps.
We love spices here, so we put
Yeah,
it in everything. I mean,
I love
we
cayenne.
have to. I have to make 2 meals sometimes, so the little one doesn't have to have all that heat.
Yeah,
So what else do we got in here? Constipation, curl dock, chamomile, and your
chamomile.
peppermint
Yeah,
flax.
but if you drink even chamomile tea and you are on anything like an opiate, don't drink
Hmm.
chamomile tea. You drink too much chamomile tea and any type of an opiate, which is your Xanax and all that other type of prescription meds, you can actually go to sleep and not wake up because
Oh,
what it does is
geez.
it combines and makes it more potent. So that's something else that I learned in the aromatherapy and things I was working on back then. So be careful of chamomile, even chamomile tea. Be very careful if you're on any type of anxiety meds that bring your body level down where you're like totally kill, man, because then you'll go to sleep and won't wake up. It's actually happened to someone.
Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
much information out there, and so much you have to learn. Which I like the idea of starting with curiosity. Like
Yes.
these last 2 years, I've mostly just like gone and looked, see what this is, what it might do, and I'm just getting ready this year to maybe start doing the tinctures.
Mm.
But,
Like belladonna. A
oh my
little bit of
gosh,
belladonna
yeah,
helps you sleep.
but you don't want to take too much.
No! Be very careful with that one.
Yeah, the foxglove too. If you see, I would not recommend ingesting foxglove at all.
Nope.
Even be careful if you're going to make a salve out of it because it's just too strong.
It's very strong. It really is. Yeah, it
Oh
took
my
me a long
gosh, it's
time.
almost 1 o'clock.
I know. 1 o'clock to
Or I
you?
guess it's
4
4 o'clock
o'clock
for
for me.
you.
Yes, 4 for
Wow.
me. What is
How have you?
this? This one
What?
is
Benzo.
benzos. Oh, are the mm,
Valium?
thank you. Valium and other such opiates I thought are painkillers. Oh, yeah. Sometimes they can be prescribed as an arthritic painkiller. So,
Mhm.
yeah, you need to be really careful on that stuff. And this one says, oh my hell, I take a tiny bit of melatonin and I'm out for like 24 hours.
I can't,
Everybody has a weird way of falling asleep.
I
Mine
can't
is
take
melatonin.
melatonin.
I have to watch a horror movie because I find horror movies so boring. It's predictable. Oh, wait, she doesn't have a shirt on. She's dead. You know,
Oh my
Somebody
gosh.
plays, oh, yep, okay, yep. We're gonna go down into a basement by myself and be cool. Yep, you're dead next. I mean,
Oh
they're
my
so
goodness.
predictable. They put me to sleep.
And I can't even watch them. I'm like, I do not want to feed that to my spirit before I go to sleep. So, like, and I know I am surrounded by people that love them. Like,
Yeah,
get away
they
from me.
put
I'm
me to
going in
sleep.
another room.
They do. They put me to
That's
sleep going,
funny. Oh
and
my
that's it.
goodness.
So you need to keep me awake. Let me watch a good comedy. It says then I'm medicine head when I wake up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens sometimes. Sometimes even the melatonin doesn't work. It depends on the severity of the issue and the reasons behind it as well.
Yeah,
So
and I
there
think they
really
don't
is.
want you to take it for very long anymore because your body can adjust. I
Yeah.
think is what I've heard.
Yeah, it takes a while to adjust, and that's why if you're not on any type of like a benzo type pill and you're then you can actually relax with a chamomile tea. You can literally spray lavender on a cloth, put it under your pillow so you're not rubbing it all over your face, but it's underneath or inside the pillow so you can smell it on the opposite side. Lavender helps you naturally sleep as well. That was a good show. Thank you guys. Thank you, Cindy.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate you.
See, and it says I need to know what I'm doing in the astral. I don't know. As long as I'm courted, sometimes I swear to God, I
Yeah.
go to these other universes that are bloody hilarious. So, yeah, Trazodone. Yep, that's also one. Tansing and Benadryl, and I'm still up late. Yeah, literally try a lavender spray. Make sure it's a really good grade lavender. If you know somebody that does,
I have
oh,
a friend that grows it. I have some hanging in here. I
I
love
love
it.
lavender. You know, it's really good. And if like you're in the shower and you're clogged, another one I know about is eucalyptus. Literally.
Hmm.
You want the fresh plant if you can actually get it. But yeah, it's
And
actually 4 o'clock.
you can actually make steamers for the
Yes.
shower out of that, which is
Yes,
kind of
yes.
fun to
I
do
got
and easy.
yeah, see? That's my eucalyptus. And I
Me
keep
too.
it right here with my oil burner because I have allergies. So yeah, so but all right, so next week we're going to get into addictions. Now, you have to remember, guys, there are so many different types of addiction. We're not just talking drugs and alcohol, but there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's gambling, there's cigarettes, there's caffeine,
Food.
there's food, there's chocolate. No, there's all kinds. I mean, shopping addictions. I mean, there are so many different types of addictions that a lot of individuals don't want to talk about it. And I thought it would be a good subject to approach. You got that right?
We got it. We gotcha.
We definitely have a lot of fun here on these shows. A lavender Aveeno baby is my favorite steamers. Yes, in the shower. Yep, the other one. But yeah, you can even take a nice lavender bath. I had a son that I had to get 100% 100% natural lavender soap. Some lady made it for me because he wouldn't sleep. He was one of those he could never sleep, so I used lavender soap on him. I mean, a boy smelling like lavender, but hell, the kid slept.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes they need that sleep. It's
Yeah,
okay.
they do. They do. Any last words from the hostess here with the mostess?
Love you. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate you watching and your comments. It helps us keep engaged, and we just love you all so much and appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Any other topics you guys would like us to get into? Let us know. We'll hit it. I don't care. I don't. We'll just get
Yeah.
into anything and everything to help you guys out. That's what we're here for. We might not.
Yeah, you asked.
We're okay. So what we are is we're a jack of all trades and we master none. But
And we
can
learn
at least
it. We
look it
learn
up.
as we're researching things for you. We're learning new things too, so it helps
Yep.
all of us.
Very fascinating. I agree. Very fascinating. So I got to say, I can't do that. Put the hand down. Peace out, guys. Can't.
I'll do it. Oh wait, I can't do it. I
I
forgot what you
can't
said.
because it's like if I put it up, then people in Australia that listen to the show are gonna think I'm swearing at them, and I'm not.
You can
It's
just say we
USA.
love you.
So, but
We
we
love
love
you.
you
Have a
guys.
good
It's
day.
awesome. Yeah, peace, man.
Bye.